12 fragrances that you definitely must try at least once in your life. Hi everyone, I'm Guerlain from Scented Moments channel, where I'll help you to discover the amazing world of perfumery. So in this video, I will share with you 12 fragrances that you have to try at least once in your life. In no specific order. These are modern fragrances, meaning at least they were released in the 2000s onwards. And so I will not mention the classics. I might have like a video, if you want me to, I can have a video of just classic fragrances, not vintage, but classic perfumes that you also need to try at least once. Because in the end, you have to try the classics also. So let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do like a classic edition of this type of video. But like I said, this will be more focused on modern perfumes released in the 2000s onwards. So the first fragrance, again, no specific order, the first fragrance that I have here, this is from the house of MDCI Parfums, and this one is Chypre Palatin. Chypre Palatin is a fragrance that you have to try at least once. Doesn't mean that you will love this one, and also doesn't mean that you will like any of these fragrances that I'll mention, but at least you need to have a reference. And this is one of the best Chypre fragrances out there. This is a modern ambery Chypre fragrance that it's to die for. So this is floral, it's citrusy, you have rose, you have jasmine, you have the bergamot, but you also have balsamic like total balsam, you have incense, you have amber accord in here. So in the end, you have plum. It's a fruity, and the plum here is actually quite prominent, very juicy. A fruity, floral, citrusy, oriental, balsamic, ambery, and a bit animalic. We have a bit of a castoreum in here in the base, a bit mossy, of course. It's a complex perfume that everyone should try. So this one, Chypre Palatin by MDCI Parfums. The next fragrance, this is the best vanilla in the market. It's from the house of Indult, and it is, of course, Tihota. Vanilla, this is a pure vanilla extract. Wonderful. It's sweet. It has like a cupcake feeling to it, like a freshly baked cupcake, but it's amazing. It's really just vanilla, and a bit musky as well in the dry down, but it's so damn good. So good. I mean, seriously, it's delicious. Natural smelling vanilla. And it's the best in the market, in my opinion. Long lasting. This fragrance actually projects and lasts. You can really fill a room with this one, so go easy on the trigger. But it's definitely a must try vanilla. It's, again, the best in the game, so definitely please check this one out. Created by Francis Kurkdjian before he launched his own brand, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. But yes, high quality vanilla, Tihota by Indult. The next fragrance, this is from the house of Amouage, and here from Amouage there are a few fragrances that you really need to try. I mean, Interlude, Lyric Man, Reflection Man, I mean, Overture Man, you name it. You have a lot of fragrances from Amouage that I consider that you really need to try. But this one, I mean, yeah, this one, yeah, specifically this one, it is Jubilation 25, of course. Now, again, a lot of people say that this is watered down, like the current version of this one is watered down, the shadow of its previous self and whatnot. I mean, I don't know about that. I have yet to try the newest version, but I have the version that says Jubilation 25 here next to the spray. So yes, I don't know how is the new versions. What I know is that I'm very disappointed with the Jubilation 40. I think it's not like a intensified version of Jubilation 25. It's not. I think it, to be honest, is more of a flanker, meaning that it has some similarities, especially in the dry down, but in the opening, in the heart, I mean, it's different. It's a different perfume, and also the performance is worse, at least on my skin. The performance of Jubilation 25, of Jubilation 40, I'm sorry, of Jubilation 40 is worse than this version that I have of Jubilation 25. So I mean, it really, for me, it's not an intensified version of Jubilation 25, which is sad, to be honest, especially considering the price tag of it. And yeah, I mean, it's really not great. In my opinion, it's not great. I still prefer Jubilation 25 to Jubilation 40, definitely. So yeah, but Jubilation 25, definitely a fragrance that you have to try at least once. Try in the current version. Don't go crazy to try like the vintage or this version even that I have. I mean, just try the modern formulation and see for yourself. Maybe it will appeal to you, it will work on your skin, it will perform still. So just go with the modern version, and at least you will have a reference. Even if you don't like it, even the performance, if it's crap, at least you tried and you have the reference of Jubilation 25. So yes, this fragrance, it's one of those that you have to try at least once in your life. The next fragrance, this is from House of Tom Ford, from the Private Blend collection, and the Tom Ford also has quite a few fragrances that you have to try at least once, especially their oldest releases, including this one, Tobacco Vanille. And Tobacco Vanille, I mean, part of the original Private Blend collection released in 2007. And since Tobacco Vanille, I mean, you have so many sweet tobacco fragrances inspired by the scent DNA. This is a spicy, sweet, vanillic tobacco type of perfume, a bit honeyed-like. It's so good, so addicting. Great performance, at least on my skin. And I have this version already for a while. I mean, the batch code is A28. For those of you who are batch code aficionados, let's say. But yes, Tobacco Vanille, it's also one of those fragrances that you have to try at least once. But so is Tobacco Vanille, so is Noir de Noir, so it's even Tobacco Oud, Tuscan Leather, although Tuscan Leather now it's not as great as it once was. Go with Rassasi's La Homme. I barely talk about clones, but I think that one is really one of the best, if not the best clone out there. It's Rassasi's La Homme, which I have actually, and it's amazing. It's really amazing, like raspberry, smoky, dark leather, like Tuscan Leather was. But still, try Tuscan Leather in this version still, at least just to have the reference. And Grey Vetiver, Black Orchid. I mean, Tom Ford has so many great perfumes in their portfolio. But fragrances that were released until the year maybe 2016, because you still have Ombre Leather, which was released in that year, which is great actually. So Beau de Jour, you still have quite a few perfumes that were released until 2016, maybe 2017, but from, I would say actually until 2017. From 2017 forward, the majority of them are very forgettable, unfortunately. But from 2017 back, it's amazing. Tom Ford was one of my favorite perfume brands overall. But yes, specifically check Tobacco Vanille. It's a reference. It's the reference for sweet tobacco perfumes. The next fragrance, this is from House of Andy Tower. Again, Andy Tower has a few fragrances that you really need to try. L'Air du Désert Marocain, Lone Star Memories. I would even say Nexon, although limited edition release, hard to find, but if you are able to find a sample, try it, because it's really that good. It's that good. So yes, but I would say like these three, and also Une Rose de Kandahar. Une Rose de Kandahar is a masterpiece from Andy Tower, and so is this one. This one is Au Coeur du Désert, which is like the sequel for L'Air du Désert Marocain. Au Coeur du Désert is also a masterpiece, one of the best amber fragrances ever created. So the difference between this and L'Air du Désert Marocain, I actually have a comparison video between L'Air du Désert Marocain and Au Coeur du Désert, so check that video out. But just to briefly mention the differences is that L'air des Américains is more dry, more spicy, a bit more airy, more dusty, and this one is more thick and resinous and incensey. So yes, two different types of amber, but again, that's why I'm saying it's a sequel to one another. And I absolutely love Au Coeur du Désert. I love the intensity, the thickness, the richness of Au Coeur du Désert. After all, it's in the heart of the desert, hence why it's more thick and more rich than the air of the desert. I think the names are spot on, really. And I absolutely love this one. It's really one of the best amber fragrances ever created. Again, it's Au Coeur du Désert by Andy Tower. The next fragrance, this is from house of Frederic Malle. And again, Frederic Malle has quite a few fragrances that you have to try at least once. I mean, Heaven Can Wait, released last year, but it's really a masterpiece. Music for a While, Musc Ravageur, French Lover. So yes, there are a few Frederic Malle fragrances that you really have to try at least once. But I think this one, I mean, it's a staple. I would say that this is the fragrance from Frederic Malle. Portrait of a Lady. Portrait of a Lady. I mean, the masterpiece of Dominique Ropion, raspberry, rose, patchouli, cloves done to perfection. It's one of the best rose fragrances in the game. Amazing. It's powerful, it's rich, it's complex. I mean, it's unique. I mean, don't forget, this was released in, I think, in 2011. And there is definitely a before and after Portrait of a Lady. Man, it's so good. So good. And although the name is Portrait of a Lady, this doesn't mean that this is like a feminine leaning fragrance. No, this is strictly unisex, if not even more masculine, because of the spices and the patchouli. Absolutely love this one. Great performance. Portrait of a Lady. It's the masterpiece of Frederic Malle, I would say. Or at least the fragrance. But when I'm saying it's the fragrance, I would say that this is the masterpiece of Frederic Malle. Portrait of a Lady, created by Dominique Ropion. Yeah, it's that type of fragrance that you need to try at least once. The next fragrance, this is from house of Heeley. And this is, for me, the very best incense perfume out there. Just incense. And it's the most realistic, natural smelling incense. Eau Sacrée. This is an extrait de parfum. Performance is amazing. And yeah, it's really the best frankincense that you will ever smell. In my opinion. Yeah. You also have Cardinal. If you want a more airy, more church-like incense, Cardinal. But this one is more thick and a bit more resinous and more full-bodied. And it's so damn realistic, man. It's so damn realistic. It's crazy even. If you're searching for the incense fragrance, in my opinion, it's this one. It's Eau Sacrée by Heeley. Please check this one out. At least, even if you will not like it, but again, you will have a reference. But I think that in terms of incense, you can't really say that this is not a true incense fragrance. I mean, even maybe you will not like it because it's too much incense, but I mean, you cannot deny the quality of this perfume, I think. So yes, Eau Sacrée by Heeley. Yeah, it's for me the best incense out there. The next fragrance, this is from House of Chanel. I think from Chanel, it's more, so how can I put this? Chanel has more fragrances that you have to try at least once than the ones that they don't have, if that makes sense. So this just to say, Chanel has tons of fragrances that you must try. From classics to modern, I mean, yes, you really need to try Chanel perfumes. Masculine and feminine marketed fragrances. Again, there's no gender of perfumery, that's just marketing from brands to capitalize on profit. It's part of the game. But in the end, fragrances are all unisex. This one specifically, it's from the Les Exclusives, and the Les Exclusives, I mean, has so many fragrances that are staples that in perfumery that you need to try. And this one, I would say that this is my most worn fragrance from the Les Exclusives of Chanel, and it's my favorite vetiver fragrance. So it is Sycomore. And look at the dent. I have over 500 fragrances. Ridiculous, I know. Yes, to have a dent like this, it's how good this fragrance is and how much I love it. Sycomore, created in 2008, then reformulated as an eau de toilette, reformulated as an eau de parfum in 2016, originally created by Jacques Polge. I mean, Sycomore is amazing. It's the best vetiver fragrance in the market, in my opinion. This is like a nutty, grassy, earthy, broody vetiver. Amazing. Although if you will not be willing to spend the money on Sycomore, which is more than understandable given the high price tag of 400 euros, over 400 euros for a 200 ml like this, you can just go with Encre Noire by Lalique, or the à l'extrême version, which is a small fraction on the price, and in terms of quality, it's very similar. In terms of quality, there is, I mean, I already made actually a comparison video between Lalique, Encre Noire, à l'extrême, and Sycomore, I mean, a few years ago. And back then, I remember that I preferred the à l'extrême, Encre Noire à l'extrême. But, I mean, nowadays, fast forward to today, I definitely prefer this one, Sycomore. But in the end, they are two amazing vetiver fragrances. The difference is the price. In terms of quality, I mean, it's very similar. So if you don't want to spend the big bucks on Sycomore, just go with the Encre Noire line. I mean, and even go with the three. You have the Encre Noire, the sport version, and the à l'extrême version. Go with the three, are worth having. So yes, but for me, I would say Sycomore, amazing perfume, a masterpiece in my opinion. So yeah, and it's a fragrance that you have to try at least once. Just try it. Doesn't mean that you need to buy it, doesn't mean that you will even like it, but try it. But I mean, I could mention Gros Monel, I could have mentioned, I would say even Le Lion, I would say Cuir de Rossi, more in the classic side of things. I mean, Cuir de Rossi, number 22, I mean, and this is just from the Les Exclusives. Then you have, of course, Chanel number 5 in all in its concentrations. You have the Chanel number 19 in all its concentrations and flankers. That it's poudre, which I love. I mean, you have the Pour Monsieur, Chanel Pour Monsieur, the Toilette Eau de Parfum. I mean, yes, you have a lot of great Chanel fragrances that are really worth at least try once, at least once. But yes, for this video, Sycomore, best vetiver in the game. The next fragrance, this is from House of Guerlain, another brand that has countless fragrances that you have to try at least once in your lifetime. From the classics, from the modern releases, from the La Matière, I mean, and I will mention a fragrance from the line of La Matière, and it is Bois d'Arménie. Sure, I could have mentioned Angélique Noire, I could have mentioned Cuir Beluga, Tonka Imperial, even Spiritus Double Vanille, but for this video I'll mention Bois d'Arménie, which I've been craving to have a full bottle since forever, since I tried like a few years ago, and I finally have it. And it's so good. Benzoin forward, amazing benzoin with frankincense, iris, patchouli, musk, coriander. Delightful. It's creamy. It has this old like library type of smell, but creamy, a bit sweet, a bit vanillic, resinous, smoky. Oh, so good, and very sensual in my opinion. This is a very sensual perfume, very alluring. The performance isn't amazing. I mean, this is more of a skin scent than like a projecting type of scent, but it's magic. I absolutely love this one, and it's definitely one of those fragrances that you have to try. One of the best of the La Matière collection, hands down. It's Bois d'Arménie by Guerlain. The next fragrance, this might be a surprise, but I absolutely love this one, and it's already one of my favorite iris fragrances. If not currently my favorite, to be honest. It's really between this one and Irisandre. But yes, this is from Les Abstraits, created by Eugene from You Smells Good, and this one is Belle Âme. Belle Âme. Hope you can see it. Belle Âme. Yes, it's a natural smelling iris. Oh man, this is so good. Very rooty, buttery, but powdery at the same time. You have all the facets of an iris, note, and it's magical. And then you have this tonka bean with cocoa and ginger, cardamom, musk. It's so good. So good, so elegant, so beautiful. I mean, seriously, really a high quality fragrance. And yes, I would say that this is a type of perfume that you need to try at least once. Actually, the entire Les Abstraits line you need to try. They are all, the three of them, it's just three for now, just three fragrances from the Les Abstraits collection, and you need to try the three of them. All of them are very unique. All of them tell a story, and all of them are high quality, so I really suggest you to try them out. Especially Belle Âme. Amazing. Really amazing. Fantastic iris perfume, really. Really breathtakingly amazing. Belle Âme by Les Abstraits. The next fragrance that I have here is from House of Rubini, and it is Odenaturae. Yeah, I absolutely love this one. I've been talking about this one in my latest videos for a reason. I absolutely love this. And actually this was also featured last year as one of my favorite discoveries, and also one of the best releases that I considered to be one of the best releases of last year. Odenaturae is the best, or one of the best green fragrances out there. But this is more just of a green fragrance. This is like a floral, chamomile, immortelle, green type of fragrance. It's so damn good. Such a smooth, natural smelling floral green fragrance, like any other, in my opinion, like any other. Incredibly unique. Again, chamomile, and this is the best chamomile note that I tried, simply put. Immortelle, basil, clary sage. I would say that this has a bit of a galbanum feeling to it here as well. Like a green resinous earthiness in here. It's so damn good. Musky. Amazing. This is really a magical perfume. And yeah, it's a fragrance that you have to try. You need to try this one at least once. Odenaturae by Rubini. And last but by no means least, now I will not showcase the bottle because I have it in Portugal, but I need to mention this one. It's Dior Homme. Released in 2005, the masterpiece of Christian Dior, in my opinion. The best modern release of Christian Dior, in my opinion. It's Dior Homme. There is before and after Dior Homme. It was a groundbreaking release, and this was created by Olivier Polge in 2005, and then it was reformulated by François Demachy in 2011. I have the 2011 version, which I absolutely love. I never tried the Silver Stamp version, which was the original release in 2005 and created by Olivier Polge. But I love the 2011 version, and forget about the 2020. I mean, that's nothing. It's nothing related to Dior Homme. That's an abomination. But the original Dior Homme, it's a masterpiece, and it's one of the best fragrances in the century, in my opinion. So it's an iris, makeup-y iris, cacao, with cedar wood, musk. I mean, it's simply a perfect fragrance. And if you tell me if I personally would wear just one fragrance, it would be Dior Homme, the original. that's it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what other fragrances would you suggest for other people, and even for me to try at least once in my life. So I would love to hear your suggestions, and see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Ciao.